Like it says, we just came just to give God the glory, all the glory, all the glory. We just came just to give God the glory. He has been so good to me. Yeah. Da 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 da. Can I do that again? It says, we just came just to give God the glory, all the glory, all the glory. We just came, say, we just came just to give God the glory. He has been so good to me. One more time, y'all got it now. We just came just to give God the glory, all the glory, all the glory. We just came, say, we just came just to give God the glory. He has been so. Y'all may know what it says. Oh, he's been so good. He's been so good. He's been so good. So very good. So good. He's been so good. He has been so good to me. Da 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 da. Let's go, y'all. We just came just to say thank you, Jesus. See everybody? Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. We just came to say. He has been so good. Oh, yes, he's been so good. He's been so good. He's been so good. So very good. He's been so good. He's been so good. Oh, he's been so good. He's been so good. He's been so good. So very good. So good. He's been so good. He's been so good. Oh, he's been so good. Let me hear. He's been so good. He's been so good. Sing quiet. So very. He's been so good. Let's go, y'all. Been so good. He has been so good. Been so good. Been so good. Been so good. And he woke me up. And he started me on my way. So he's been so good. And he woke me up early this morning. Got me up out of my bed. Now I'm here in front of you doing this recording. Amplified, he's been so good. Everybody clap those hands. Hey, hey, hey. He's been so good to me. Yeah. One more time, y'all. Oh, see, he's been so good. Been so good. Been so good. He's been so good. Said he's been so good. Said he's been so good. Been so good. Let me hear that. Said he rearranged my walls. Said he rearranged my thoughts. Said he rearranged my mind. Wish I had time to tell you what he's done. Pick me up, turn me around,
Let the band play. Let the band play. Yeah.
If he's been so good to you.
What is going on, y'all? It is another day's journey, and yes, I am glad about it. I want to welcome everybody to Shop Talk. Listen, he's been real good. Shout out to my young nephew from Sacramento, Jaron Heim Jr., with that song that he submitted that we open up today's show with, Been So Good. That was my son on the drums. I got a chance to hear my son playing on the drums, doing a recording. It's all good. Listen, I am super duper glad to be here. Listen, if you did not know, you are tuned in to Shop Talk. I'm making up words today. Tuned in. That might have a meaning. But anyway, you're tuned in to Shop Talk, everyone's favorite show, right here on everyone's favorite network. You know what it is, children. It is freedomradio.com. If you didn't know, my name is Demetrius Tollfree. How do you know? Because it says so right there. You can always hit me up everywhere on social media at DTollfree, at DTOLEFREE. That's on Facebook. That's on Instagram, Twitter if you use it. It's on Threads. It's on Spill. I forgot all the other stuff that I'm on, but everywhere you think of that social media, I am findable by using DTollfree, as well as, I say this all the time, somebody's going to catch it one day, as well as if you want to test out, if you can send somebody some money on Cash App or Venmo, don't worry about it. Send it to me at DTollfree on Venmo, $ DTollfree on Cash App. And if you want to test out if you can send somebody $1,000, don't you worry about it. You can send it to me, and I'll let you know if I got it. And if I did, I'll let you know. And if you need it back, I'll send it back to you in $100 increments. It's all good. Listen, we've got a great show lined up for you. I've got some great people that's going to be with us. But let me give some early morning shout outs to people hanging out with us. People like Diamond Fee in the virtual building, and she's already tagging people and making things happen. Shout out to my neighbor, Andrea Clark. What is going on, young lady? Glad to have you hanging out. We've got Felicia Jones hanging out with us, which is still Diamond Fee. She's also hanging out with us on YouTube as well. Shout out to the lovely, the vivacious, and the always talented Allegra Castor Tollfree. She's the one that makes me smile. Yes, God. And yes, I'm with you. He has been so good. Shout out to Mama Yolanda Prothrow. Happy belated birthday. I know your birthday was yesterday, so shout out to you. I'm sure that you had an amazing, amazing day. Now, speaking of amazing, let's get ready to bring up our first co-host out in the city of Hercules, California. My dude always makes me laugh. He always got something to say. He's always doing something somewhere. And listen, let's bring him up without further ado. My homie, yours as well, Ashland's bestie, Ja'Cory Prothrow is in the building. Ja'Cory, man, what is going on?
Man, you didn't open up the show. I'm like, is the choir about to sing? What's going on? Oh, I got a new look.
We've done with the blind?
Well, as an artist and as a living human being, change is good. Some people get stuck in, the everyday. You got to change it up sometimes, pull the bangs down, cut them off, grow some hair, cut it off, color it. You only live once. There's only certain things you're going to be able to do on this side. Because when we get to heaven, you don't need to dye your hair. It's going to be right. It's going to be right.
I'm not mad at you, man. I love it. I think it's great, man. And listen, nobody that I know of embraces change more so than you. And as I've said a million times, I say it again, if you always do what you've always done, you'll only get what you've always gotten. So I love it, man. I'm not mad at you. I tell you what, we're going to actually get ready to jump into the show. It's just me and you so far. If I was
Tony,
yep, you read my mind. You read my mind. I'm not mad at it. I want to stop just long enough. I know we'll get to birthdays in a minute, but I got to take a moment. Not only was yesterday your mother's birthday, but it was also my cousin, Booyah, James Booyah Richard. Booyah was born on June 3rd in 1981. And then my homie, my best friend, Pancho Romero, James Pancho Romero, he was born on June 3rd, 1969. And so now he is a double nickel, as they call it. So he's 55. And I think Booyah now is 43 or somewhere around there. Anyway, want to stop and wish both of those guys a happy birthday. Those are my friends, my good friend, my cousin. And we want to just mention them during this time. All right, y'all, let's get things going. I'm ready to make things happen. And the way we're going to start today, we're going to get ready to get going with today's National Day. I only have two national days today, one of which has nothing to do with me, and one of which I know very well. So first off, today is National Hug Your Cat Day. Has nothing to do with me. National Hug.
Oh, hell no.
Oh Lord.
Hell is a place. I don't do cats.
I don't either.
Do cats.
I don't. I don't do cats. I don't do dogs. I don't do hamsters. I don't do no kind of pets do I do. So I'm cracking up. Anyway, but yeah, today is National Hug Your Cat Day. And listen, not only is it National Hug Your Cat Day, but today is also National, you're so funny. Anyway, that today is also National Cheese Day. Now, I do partake in cheese. I do like cheese. So today is also National Cheese Day. I didn't know it yesterday, but I did have some pizza last night that had some extra cheese on it and stuff like that. So I guess that'll be my cheese for the week. But those are these looks that you're giving me is what's cracking me up. Those are,
not macaroni and cheese, just cheese, whatever cheese.
Yeah, just cheese.
Not Chuck E.
cheese.
Cheese, just cheese. Okay.
Just cheese. So that's what it is. So those are our national days. We're going to keep things going. And now we are going to get ready in just a second to transition over to today's birthdays. And we only have 4. We got 4 birthdays that I'm going to mention today. So real quick, first of all, on our birthday list is actress Angelina Jolie. Angelina Jolie. Today is her birthday. She turns 49. So happy birthday to her. Also, another actor is, many of you know him, Keith David. Y'all remember he was the bishop in Greenleaf. Many of you remember have caught up with Greenleaf. He was Bishop James Greenleaf. And today is his 68th birthday. Not only does he do Greenleaf, but he's also a voiceover actor. He does a lot of commercials and a lot of voiceover work. So today we want to give him a great happy birthday. He turned 68. And then also the grandson of Bob Marley, Skip Marley. Skip Marley. Today is his 28th birthday. As I was doing some research on him, he started out playing keyboards, and then he, with my church vernacular, he matriculated into playing the guitar and the drums as well. So today is his birthday. He is 28. And then last but not least, Al B. Sure, everyone's favorite light-skinned dude from the 80s and 90s. Al B. Sure, he started that whole light-skinned trend. Boy, I think I might have been still in junior high or high school when Al B. Sure came out. And man, everybody, Al B. Sure. Anyway, Al B. Sure turns 56 today. 56, he turns, and he is still doing his thing. He's going through some different, challenges and facing different things in life, but he's still making things happen. And so today is his 56th birthday, and we want to show him some love. Andrea Scruggs talking about don't hate, because she's light skinned too. I don't hate on light skinned people. Y'all had y'all day. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the whole world is changing. Everybody trying to be light skinned now in the whole world. So that's
you've noticed that.
Black folks marrying Mexicans, black folks marrying Chinese. When you start seeing all their kids, everybody the same color. In about 10 years, everybody gonna be the same color. I'm just so I can't hate on light skinned people.
Oh.
It is what it
Oh,
is. I'm not mad. So,
but
but
have you
anyway,
noticed that some people, they're oh Jesus Lord, I'm just gonna say it. Some people are wearing a lighter shade of makeup these
yeah,
days,
yeah, I
to
seen that
where
too.
when you see them at church or at venues, and they look one way, but on Facebook when they take that when they peel it off, it's like peeling off a lace front, and they look like somebody totally different.
Wow, wow. Yeah. Hey, I used
That should be a national day. Max your shade.
National
Oh,
Match Your Shade Day.
for the
We might
women.
have,
Mhm.
we may have to throw that out. That we may have to throw that out there. I'm not mad at you. I see you, Andrea. She said that don't match their skin color. I feel you. Anyway, shout out to my homie in the virtual building, Cheryl Galloway, out in the ATL of Georgia, also in the building. And I now see my homie Tracy J. Wilson now joining us on YouTube as well. And glad to have all of you hanging out with us. Anyway, as we would normally do, this is not what normally Ashley would come in and do it, but since she's not here, I'll do it today. This is what I want to tell you that those of you who might be having a birthday today, tomorrow, anytime this week, we want you to do what you should do and take some time to take care of you. Take yourself out. Allegra had a self-care day the other day, and of course, I'm thousands of dollars less in my bank account. But anyway, but you take you some time. Go out, buy yourself dinner, take yourself shopping, do whatever it is going to do during this season of your birthday, your anniversary, whatever it might be. Go out and celebrate you. Have fun. You only live once, and you're only going to turn this age once. So go out, celebrate you, make things happen. And from all of us here at Freedom Radio, we just want to tell you happy birthday. All right, y'all, we are back and we are going to get ready to keep things going. And in doing so, I want to talk just briefly about some things that happened over the weekend. Now, many of you were here last week with us when we had James and Olivia Williams with us. They were talking about their upcoming concert that I actually went to. And I have to say, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. I have been asking myself, Jacory, why is everybody going to this church in Stockton? I've been there. My church, we've had a conference at that church a couple of times, but we didn't experience it the way that I experienced it on Sunday night. Obviously, they've put in the screens and all these type of things post COVID and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you that concert visually and audibly were amazing. The band was totally making things happen. Background singers was great. Obviously, James and Olivia were great. The whole atmosphere was awesome. So I want to give a big, big, big shout out to James and Olivia for doing things and making things happen, putting that out there. Had a great time. They had a pretty good crowd, and the songs were good. And it felt like Sunday night church because when the shift came, they wasn't trying to quench it and move on and make sure I got to do this with this recording. They just allowed everything to flow. We had a great time out there, and I'm glad that I got a chance to get out there and make things happen. Shout out to Renee Kennedy. What's going on? Glad to have you out there with us today. But had a great time, man. And so anyway, what did you do this weekend? Where were you?
Honestly, this weekend I was congested. Oh my goodness. After I got through my 2 services, I was wiped out. So to drive to Stockton, I tried to push, but it was like Jesus said no, because I'm not falling asleep on the road. But I do want to congratulate the Williams. Man, I saw clips. It was some people in there recording. I didn't know you were supposed to. It was okay to record.
Nope, nobody said nothing. No, nobody.
Okay.
There was no preempting. When you go to a recording, people say ahead of time, these are the rules. Don't record it. People were going live. People in front of me, they was videoing. They was streaming on Instagram, all kind of stuff. So yeah.
Now, since we're right here, let me just take a space right here and say that I am a fan of recording because I watch my stuff. But I'm seeing in church now, people want to be the first to post things. You hear my pet is speaking. But this is my thing. When you go to something like that, I think they need to have sections. like this left side, you can record here because it does disturb some of the praisers from going forth because we're looking at back-to-back screens and we're trying to see and focus on what's happening on the stage. So I'm in prayer that we find a way to situate that thing because it's getting a little carried out of way. Getting carried. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Ever been sitting in the service and you ready to give your thank you Jesus and the phone in front of you?
I like that idea, having a specific section for people to record. I think that would be good, man. And
just like your visitors.
Visitors
sit over here. When you go to TD Jakes Church, they sit you in the front. If you in that are either in the first 3 or 4 rows, there is no recording.
Yeah. I like that, man. That's actually not a bad idea. And the way that they had everything situated Sunday night, there was outside sections where there was rows available where that could have been available. That would have been a great idea, man. It would have been great to be able to make that happen. You know what? We should put that into action. Hold on right there. Look, Andrea Scruggs chimes in and she says, do I have on a Hot Wheels t-shirt? Yes, I do. I have on a Hot Wheels t-shirt. I am living in my days of old. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna do what Felicia Jones said. I'm gonna grab the key. She says, grab the key to your husband's new white Challenger and make it a self-health day. You know what? I'm going to get in the streets. I have a Challenger, and I'm going to get out there and make it happen today. Shout out to my dude, Joe Mack. Joe Mack, who chimes in and says to you, Corey, so proud of you. You did my wife's cousin homegoing praise and worship, man. And I have to say, you're the GOAT, and you're his boy. That's from Joe Mack, my guy. I see you, Joe. Glad to see you, man. Appreciate you hanging out with us. And Cambria Mayfield also chimes in and says to you, Corey, that you look very handsome today. I guess
come on, Jesus
does not see me. I guess she doesn't see me. You know what? Speaking of seeing me, let me switch up just for a second and make you laugh and make our listening audience look at things something differently. And so last week, I told this. So Allegra, who was watching, this is not brand new news to her. Last week, you know, I have different days off than my family. So I'm off Monday, Tuesday. Well, I'm on part-time right now. Thank you. So I'm off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and I'm off Friday. So I'm only working 3 days a week right now. I know. Don't worry about me. Anyway, so last week I took myself to lunch, and in our little city we have, you know, a few little chain restaurants. So we have a Chili's, and I went to Chili's last week by myself. Normally it's empty in there. Last week, for some reason, it was packed. I normally always sit in the bar, you know, in one of the booths in the bar. For some reason or another, it was packed. I had to sit at the bar, which is unlike me. Yeah, that's unlike me. That's not me at all. So I sit at the bar, and you know, I guess when you sit at the bar, people just start having conversations with you randomly. I don't know. I don't sit at the bar anyway. So people was having a conversation. They was trying to include me in the conversation. It's all good. This one lady, when she's getting ready to leave, she comes up and walks around. She taps me on the shoulder. She says, "You know what? I really like your beard." I said, "Oh, okay." And she said, "You smell real good too." And so you could tell she's a few years older than me. So I'm doing what the kids of today do. So I said, "Well, thank you, auntie." You know, because obviously she's older than me. So I hit her with the auntie. She comes back to me and she says, "Honey, I'm not trying to be your auntie." Whoa, lady, are you trying to shoot your shot? So she tells me that she ain't trying to, she wasn't trying to be my auntie. And I had to tell her, I said, "Lady, I mean no harm, but it's not my wife that you have to worry about. It's my twin daughters. They will come in here and we won't have, this whole place will be shut down." So I appreciate your comment, and I appreciate your information that you shared, but thank you as far as I'm going to be able to go with that conversation. So she left, and when she left, she was cracking up, and she said, "Tell your wife and your kids that they did a good job." I'm like, they did a good anyway. So I wanted to just throw it out there. That was so funny and hilarious. I see you, Renee.
So is the bar single territory or single area, single space?
I don't know, but you know what? Because I don't normally go to the bar, but you know what? I bet you I know somebody that could chime in and let us know if the bar is single space. We have a
Come on.
break-in from a single person. Well, she may be single, I don't know. Ashlyn Tara Cole in the building. Ashlyn, girl, so is the bar the place for single people?
Oh my goodness. Well, first of all, hi everybody. I've missed you. Hi brothers. So good to see you. Love the beard. Yes, and you're looking good, brother. See, yes, that's how you're supposed to do it. I tell your wife and your twin daughters and the grandbaby of your son, everybody. Auntie said hello. Yeah, see. You gotta be safe. You gotta be somebody safe out here in these single streets. Like, I said I was in Detroit this week and I went to a church service and somebody tried to put me, like a husband and wife tried to put me in between them for a picture. And I said, no, don't ever put a woman between your marriage. And they cracked up. They thought it was funny. And I'm like, no, I'm actually serious. Are you going to put your husband on that side and the wife is going to be in the middle and I'm going to be over here next to your wife? And it's little tiny details like that make me a safe space for married women. They trust me. They know that they could, not that they would, because there would be no reason for me to be in a room with their husband with nobody else in the room. There'd be no reason for that. But if anything ever came about like that, they would feel comfortable because they know that I'm a safe space. There is a husband out there for me. I haven't found him yet, Dito, and he hasn't found me yet. Praise the Lord. I am yet in these single streets. But the bar, it depends on what you're looking for. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for, somebody that likes to do that, you don't know if they do that on a regular basis. Me personally, I don't want to go to the bar every Friday and Saturday night. That's not what I want to be doing. And are we at the bar on a Friday night? Because if you're at the bar on a Saturday night, it means you might not be getting up early to go to church on Sunday morning, and that's important to me. So it depends. Are you there for Taco Tuesday? I'm down for a good Taco Tuesday, but you got to think about these things. So I still agree with you, Dito, that the best place is Home Depot. Put you on a nice pair of leggings, go down to Home Depot and ask a lot of men that don't have rings on, could you help me find the staples? Yes, go ahead and, ask those questions, because that's a needle in the haystack. You don't know where. I don't even know if they carry staples, but I bet you a good man will help you find it.
You know what? I'm not mad at how you're thinking, and you are right. That is still so. First of all, I was at it was like a Wednesday, a Tuesday or a Wednesday. So it was. I would never be at Chili's in the bar on a Friday or a Saturday. There's no way. But anyway, but I like the way that you're thinking. That especially as a woman, yes, men. And this, I promise you, this was not what was supposed to happen today. But this is what happens with Shop Talk. So men, we like to see you at what you might think is your worst. Let me tell you what I mean. So yes, Ashley, we like to see you at the store or at the gym or wherever you go. Yes, and we want to see you in your leggings because that way we can see the curvature of your thighs.
The shapes.
Yes, God. But we want to see you in your leggings. We want to see you in your t-shirt. We want to see you in your sneakers. We want to see your hair in a ponytail. We want to see you with your glasses on. And we want to see all of this without you having your makeup and stuff on. We want to see you at what you think is your worst. And if you catch our eye at what you think is your worst,
we'll be okay.
We nothing but going up from here.
That's interesting. That's it, because I would think it would be the opposite. I would think that you would want to meet somebody when they are in a place where they should be dressed up and see how they determine what dressed up looking nice is. Because if you want to take me out on a date, you don't know how I'm going to carry myself. If you see me at my worst, that might be me thinking, this is cute. I might show up to dinner in leggings and a t-shirt.
First off, we're not having dinner first. So first off, we're not having dinner first.
Come on, Dito, tell the truth.
We're doing Starbucks. We're doing Pete's. We're doing something Jamba Juice. We're doing something like that first. I'm not spending all my hard-earned money.
A quick tease.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We having dialogue over a cup of coffee, over lifting weights or
Okay.
something like this. This is how we're having our first couple of dates, and then based on our
Okay.
conversation, I can find out if your teeth is real. I can tell, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying, if you got bad breath or not. I can tell all these on the first couple of dates,
This
and
is a
from
cracking stretch and sniff. Period.
absolute
oh, my God.
scratch and sniff.
My God. My God.
I never would have said that.
My God.
Scratch and
It's
sniff.
Jesus.
I
Jesus.
cannot.
Well, I tell
Yes.
you, I will tell you, Dito, I did meet somebody when I was out walking the dog. So that does still happen. Now
Yeah.
we haven't done anything. We've had text conversations, so I can't report back to you if I'm on the path. But I believe what the Bible says, right? We all talk about Boaz, 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 but he wasn't looking at the girls that were running up on him talking about Boaz, Boaz, Boaz. Who he was looking at was the one who was in the field minding her business, taking care of the things that God had assigned her to take care of.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
that's my focus. My focus is one day I'm going to be on assignment, and on my assignment, God is going to assign me to a man, to a husband. That's really truly how I believe, and
But you're
how
on
I think.
assignment. You're on assignment.
My own assignment. I'm on assignment.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm
So
saying.
just keep doing like Mary said, and just keep walking, and soon you'll
Walking.
walk into that right space, and it's
That's
gonna be
right.
like, bam.
Exactly. But I will say, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, if you have an eligible bachelor and you go, you know what? I think Ashlyn and this person would be good together. I'm open to be set up on a blind date. I've never said that in my entire life. I ain't never said that in my life. But I will put this out there to our Shop Talk audience. I would let you put me on a blind date. I would because but not I would have to it would have to depend on how what the relationship with the friend is. If I like you and I know you like me, then that's a good place to start. But if we've had beef in the past, no, you ain't setting me up with nobody.
The Freedom Love Connection, is that what the next show
Freedom,
is?
come on, the freedom love connection. Come on, get on the freedom
Okay.
train.
So this is interesting, Ashton, and I promise you, I've never heard you say that.
Never.
Let me put this comment from Andrea Scruggs, because we was talking about different things that she said, and how we meet them and they, how they look and all that kind of stuff. And so then they'll have a heart attack, like I'm gonna get you, sucker, when she starts taking everything off. You know what? I can't.
Ooh, this
Hilarious.
voluptuous of
Hilarious.
mine.
Now I am. That's so fun. Now I am gonna peace out
So
because
Mickey, how about
I need to look at the directions to get to this church to
It's
go
not good.
pay my respects. We're having a funeral today. Shout out to Pastor David Jackson and everyone who's involved in this service. And I'm gonna go do what the Lord has assigned me to do. I'm gonna be on assignment, and that's to
Yeah.
encourage the people. So Shop Top
Amen.
family, I love y'all so much. I miss you. I will see you next week, and go have a blessed week. And if y'all had birthdays, peace and blessings on your birthday. And hit me up in my DMs. Hit me up in my DMs if you think that you might have an eligible bachelor. Hallelujah. I'm willing to move too. I can relocate too. I ain't got no problem with that. Just put me next to an airport.
Jesus, we're gonna have to pray.
Wow.
Send her out the room. How you
Yeah.
hit the button?
Because
Okay,
it's the
Ashley.
season. I'm
Push
telling
the
you.
button.
I'm telling you.
Push the button.
I'm telling you, I'm tired of playing around with these men that just want to have conversations and they just want to talk all the talk, and they don't want to walk none of the walk. Okay, I'm tired of that. So if all you want to do is talk to me about what if and all this stuff, I'm not really interested in that because I'm on assignment, like Ja'Cory said. I don't have time for funny business, and my cookie jar is it's so far locked up in God's grace and mercy and in God's hands. Don't even come to me if you looking for a cookie, because you're gonna be barking up the wrong tree. Amen, somebody. Hallelujah. Come on, single
Who stole
ministry.
the cookie from the cookie jar?
I
Who,
love y'all. Gotta
me?
go. I love you. Bye.
Wow. I'm floored today. I don't know. Well, okay. So let me just give some clarity. And I see all these women all of a sudden chiming in with the amens and all this kind of stuff. Uh, I don't know. I don't know how I would act being single at this time and age in my life. I couldn't imagine it. So first off, shout out to Allegra for keeping me. Uh, as of Saturday, we are now 30 years in to our relationship. 30 years in, and so I want to say shout out to Allegra for keeping me. I'm house trained, and so I am grateful to still be around. But
No
I
wonder you
couldn't even.
sing. He'll keep you in perfect peace so good. Hiya. Woo.
Ah! You know what? I cannot. Yeah, but so yeah, we've been dating now for 30 years. We've been married for 24, but we've been dating for 30. We commemorate both. We commemorate when we started dating, and we commemorate obviously our wedding anniversary as well. Shout out to Lenora. That is Lenora. That's Adam's sister. That's chiming in right here, Miss Nora. What's going on, Lenora? Glad to have you hanging out with us. And listen, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to keep things going. And I want to just jump into something real quick, and then we will talk about something else. So we are in the season of there are events happening everywhere. Where Juneteenth is right around the corner. And thank you, Linda Clark, for the congratulations. Appreciate you. Also, Felicia and Cheryl, thank you all for the congratulations. But we are in about to be Juneteenth season. And the company that I work for finally is considering Juneteenth to be a holiday. So it's a paid holiday for me. Obviously, I'm not working because it's a Black holiday. But there are a lot of things that are happening during this season. And I want to put on the screen some information because Jacory is, as always, is somewhere doing something and making things happen. And he has an event coming up that he's going to be at. And so, Jacory, let me move all this verbiage out the way. And so why don't you tell us a little bit about this event that you have coming up, man? Where is this? This American Canyon?
Yeah, so I have actually been with American Canyon for the last two years. So this is my third year. They kind of like me in American Canyon. So I'll be there on, I believe that's the 16th out by the Walmart Park. You know where Walmart is there? Right to the left of Walmart is a big park, and they got vendors, and I'm gonna be singing some of my original material, maybe something you ain't never heard before. So stop through if you need something to do after church. That's after church. Go to your church, pay your tithes first, and then come to the Juneteenth celebration in American Canyon.
That's good stuff, man. I like that. So look like there's going to be a few good people out there making things happen. And let me just make sure I'm looking at everybody. So I see Jacory doing his thing and some others. It's going to be a good time. So those of you who may live in that Vallejo or American Canyon area, or coming from what's that, Fairfield, maybe, that you may want to come.
Napa. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Napa. Yeah, that's from the same area too. That might be a great time for you to come and hang out and make things happen. Also, I want to put one more thing on the screen of an event that I have coming up, which is on July 1st, I believe. Yes, Monday, July 1st, which is actually Lola Holloman's birthday. We are doing a concert commemorating her life. And it is true. Those of you who knew Lola Holloman knows that everybody needs a Mama Lola. And we're going to be singing some of her songs. She had 2 different albums. I didn't get a chance to play on them, but I did play with the group as we went everywhere. And I just want to show some of the people that's going to be. Obviously, LJ Holloman, her son, is going to be the musical director that night. And we've got Lawrence Matthews and Mary Williams and Pastor Bo Jackson, Olivia Williams, Anthony Washington, Crystal Lene Thomas, Renee Winston, and so many more. Myself and my bro, the Prophet Terrell Turner, we both will be emceeing together, and we are looking forward to a great time. It's going to be at Love Center on July 1st. That is a Monday. It's at 7 p.m. And we would love to be able to have you come and hang out with us. I mentioned I was at Love Center over the weekend, which is rare for me, but I was at Love Center on Saturday as we funeralized the great Reginald Stevens, who was the husband of Lynette Hawkins Stevens. But we got a chance to he passed, and we had the funeral, and I actually was the only Bay Area representative musically on the program. They had a bunch of people that was on the program, but in terms of singing, I was the only Bay Area representative, and I was honored to do so. Uh, he and I, had a musical relationship where he always liked to hear me sing, and he would always say, "I love your musical presentation." He would never say your ministry or nothing like that. He would always say your musical presentation. And so he passed, and myself and Yolanda Adams were the live performances on Saturday. She was there, and she did an amazing job as well. And so I didn't it wasn't that type of thing. I wasn't, I'm not one of those starstruck type people, so I didn't get a chance to go and talk to her, take pictures and all that kind of stuff. But she enjoyed me. She made it known, and obviously we enjoyed her because she is the great Yolanda Adams, and it is all good. I see you, Renee Kennedy, who is saying, can we post these events on the Freedom Facebook page? We'll do it on Facebook, and we will put it on Instagram as well. So thank you for reminding us to do that, and we will make that happen just for you, Renee, and all of those others that might be hanging out. Go ahead, Mr. Corey.
Dito, let me clear my throat. Before you leave this spot, I just want to say Yolanda Adams also went to Facebook Live and put a beautiful message out stating that he had been her manager for over, I believe, 30 years, like 32 years.
Yeah.
And also, I just want to say there's some greatness still in the Bay Area, although it's taking some time for some of us to rise to the top. Don't get discouraged in whatever gift that God is giving you, because in due season, I ain't no preacher. Where did that come from? But that just rose up in my Ebo Shatta. But also, I wanted to shout out Renee Winston, because I've been seeing a lot of clips of her over at the women's spectrum of the
Church of God in Christ.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say it's amazing, because I remember being a kid and just hearing her sing. I had never heard her preach before, but just her singing music ministry was like, oh my God, this woman is somebody. Just like Lena Bird, singing with her as a kid in groups. I knew that she was somebody to be where she is now. So I'm just saying the Bay Area got there's some new ones rising to the top. You better watch it. Come on, Dito.
Absolutely. I'm with you. You mentioned Renee Winston, who was my little sister by 3 days. And Renee we have been friends our entire life, and she is one of the funniest people I know. And I'm gonna tell you why I say she's one of the funniest people I know, because as I just mentioned, Renee is 3 days younger than me. When we was probably about 15 or 16 years old, Renee says to me, "You know what? Are you adopted?" I was like, Renee, I said, why on earth would you ask me if I was adopted? She said, because I don't remember seeing your mama pregnant with you.
Oh.
Renee,
my Lord,
you're 3 days younger than me. How would you have, you know what, never mind. Anyway, shout out to Dr. Maggie Winter, who is in here with us as well. And she mentioned about Reggie Stevens, who was a phenomenal planner. You are exactly right, because he planned out his whole funeral and wrote his own obituary prior to passing. He had planned his funeral probably 30 years ago, almost 40 years ago. And he made, of course, little edits as he went on in life. But we were glad to be able to support his wife and family. And she said the Bay Area chapter brought Yolanda Adams here when she first went solo, meaning the Bay Area chapter of Gospel Music Workshop of America. You are right. And Andrea chimes in and she says to you, Ja'Cory, please give that baby, talking about the puppy, some food.
He wants to be free.
Okay, I got it. Well, I tell you what, while we are in this same vein, let's get ready to reach out to the city of, I'm about to rename her city. She's in Charlotte of North Carolina. I was about to put her in Greenville today, but she's in Charlotte of North Carolina, my homie and yours, incredibly talented, great graphic designer, singer, all around great person, and always likes to play the devil's advocate. But let's bring her up without further ado. Yolanda Wild Praise Morant. Yolanda,
Hi.
girl, what is going on?
Hi, how y'all doing today? I'm sorry, I have no makeup on, nothing like that. I just came from very informative appointment with a nutritionist. So
oh, come on and get it together.
that's
Okay.
right.
So
right.
you actually, it's great that you're here with no makeup on. You might have missed about 15 minutes ago. We was just talking about this. So
Okay.
this might be the day where, you know what, Yolanda don't need no help, but we'll just put it out there anyway. But this might be the day if you go outside, go walk in, or go to the store, or walk to the gym. These are the type of days when you'll get the most visibility from.
Really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Why is that?
We like to see you when you're what you think you're at your worst, because we know that from there's no place to go but up. So if
The real,
Come on here.
I'm
the
attracted
real
to
you. Come on, give me the real you.
yeah, there you go. If I'm attracted to you like this, no makeup, no lashes, no lip gloss, but you got your leggings on, your sneakers, a shirt, hoodie, whatever, walk in the neighborhood. Ashley mentioned that she was out walking a dog and somebody was trying to holler at her at the gym, Home Depot, whomsoever it might be. These are the times when you get men's attention the most, more so than yeah.
Yeah, but actually, this what people don't know as much. I saw something to say like one of my homegirls, shout out, her name is Fatima. She's brilliant. She's a creative graphic designer, coder. She's brilliant. Okay, and she said I didn't know soft girl era was gonna be so expensive.
You know that.
And I was like, what soft girl era? And so I said I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I'm floored right now too. What is?
She said She said, oh, it's what you already are. I'm just catching up. So I guess it's like the hair, the hair, nails, I guess that's a part of it. But the truth, so I say that to say the truth is, right, my hair is always going to be done. Let's have a cap on. My nails are always going to be done. But most of the time, I do go to the store like this. So as much as I love lashes and hair and nails, that's the truth. As much as I love lashes and more so lashes, but more so I love lashes and makeup and stuff like that, to be honest with you, I do go to the store like this. I do go because I feel like, I don't know. Maybe because I grew up a 90s girl, right? And so 90s girls, we didn't have BBLs. Well, I don't need one, but we didn't have BBLs and stuff like that. We didn't. I'm just saying all the extra stuff that you can shake your head. I don't need one. I happily give some away, but I'm saying if I could. But I'm just saying we didn't have. I don't want to tell you broadcast something. I'm just saying we didn't have to do. Like I was watching Soul Plane the other day, right? And I was like, first of all, I love Soul Plane, right? But I was watching it like, wow, these are people's real bodies. There's no BBLs, right? And don't get me wrong, okay? Because I love makeup and I'm down for the lashes and the contouring and all of that. But even the makeup in a movie, right, was nothing compared to, and this is, again, it's not a bash, but it's not like the level of makeup today. You'll see a girl outside today and she's look like she's a part of a movie almost, right? Because her makeup is so, in some cases, not all, but in some cases, like such high level, right? But I was watching a whole movie and the makeup wasn't like, I don't know, it was just interesting. So maybe that's why. I think you have to be okay. I mean, normally, like my mama, God rest her soul, she looking down someone, I can't believe you came on that man's radio show. You didn't put the makeup on your face. But that's what she was saying.
But the funny thing is, all these things that you mentioned, all of the upkeep, all this kind of stuff that you have to go through as a woman and as a man, is getting more and more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's getting expensive. As a matter of fact, you just mentioned something that's a great segue to what I want to talk about for the next few minutes. I've been on Instagram. I don't have a whole lot of followers on Instagram yet, but as a matter of fact, those of you watching, if you want to follow me on Instagram at DTollFree at DTOLEFREE, you can definitely follow me on Instagram. But I post nice stuff, food and pictures. I got some nice food pictures. I'm a foodie, as you can tell. I'm swollen everywhere. But anyway, I've been looking on here, and maybe one of you two younger people can help me, because now I am seeing people paying $75, $100, $150 for a haircut.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, well, wait a minute. I was mad when I was a kid and I had to pay $10. I mean, now we're paying, like I said, normally here in the Bay Area, right around $50. I've seen some $70.
Really?
I've seen $100. I've seen some people on Instagram who are charging $150 for a haircut? Why is this industry becoming so expensive?
Because the products are more expensive. So I'm gonna tell a little story, right? Usually my hair is like, I just got some braids, right? But I couldn't get what I usually want because I wanted, without being all long-winded, I wanted another color, right? These braids, and I will say this, they were a nice place. It was a nice shop. My friend recommended me. Just the braids, no hair, no fixing, no line around here where my hair is cut, short around here. None of that. Just the braids. Okay. No wash. I can wash on my own. No wash. $140.
Oh, I better learn how to.
And that was the best I could find. This is the truth. Now I'm usually pay a little bit less when I do crochets, which is crazy because it would be all this hair. And my stylist lines me up and we cut down all of that. Yeah. So I just think that grooming has become more expensive. First of all, don't think I got money like that yet, right? Like I gotta work that money back. But my point is I think it's become more expensive because the products have become more expensive. As the economy shifts up, it's just.
But for us, like my guy's only using clippers. Now, my barber is not as expensive as other people I know, but he's just using clippers. I mean, he's not washing my hair. I have to. So his thing is, you have to come to the shop freshly washed, and that is mandatory. Otherwise, you will not get your hair cut. I want you to have no grease, no nothing in your hair.
Oh, right.
Freshly washed, but other than that, all he's using is clippers. So, I mean, he's not putting no hair products in my hair. He's not doing anything. So why? I mean, now he doesn't, like I said, he does not charge me $50 and all that kind of stuff because I've been going to him.
I need it. What's his number?
I've been going to him for 20 plus years since DJ was a kid. I've been going to him at least about 23, 24 years. And so based off our relationship, he doesn't charge me what, other people are charging. But like Jacoby, what are you paying for a haircut?
Oh, Jesus.
Although I like the haircut, friend.
Thank you. I pay $65, and I've had an issue with this because I'm very loyal to who cuts my hair because you can go to a place and they give you a whole nother sidewalk over here, and you have a whole crosswalk. I'm crazy about my line. I don't want to recede too early.
I feel you.
So I've been going to my girl for about 25. Oh, I'm not old. About 25 years. And my brother used to go. She used to cut in the garage, and now she has a shop. So I'm that loyal. But this has been my thing because I do give her 65, and I normally would go almost every other week, but I've changed to like every 3 weeks because it costs so much. But this is where I get $65 and you expect to tip. So my thing is I tip every so often, and every so often the tip is that I'm going to return because $65 for a haircut is expensive. But she does the little lining, and they do this little cute little easy stuff to make it seem like you're getting a little extra, but we need
I think it's all of it though, right? Because I have a lot of like hairstyles friends. Shout out to the Glam Room. And I think a lot of it is everything has gotten more expensive. Products have gotten more expensive. Spaces have gotten more expensive.
Rent, all of that.
Rent has gotten more expensive. And if you back in the day, if you still on like in the shop and someone's doing booth rent and things like that, it's like the domino effect, right? So if your rent is higher, then it's harder to pay booth rent. Then it's if you're still in the booth rent part, right? Now my stylist, he just moved to a salon in the mall, and he gets benefits and blah blah blah. But now I pay more. No shade to him. He knows I love him, but now I pay a little bit more because there's less wiggle room because he's in a more standard corporate space. So I don't know. I just think the products cost more, and it costs more.
Maybe we should get us a barber and a beautician and put them on the show, and let's really see what's peel it back. That'd be dope.
I love to call Queen and love to get some because I think there's a lot of, but I also know, I'm a hair girl and I ask a lot of questions. And when you find out the products don't cost what they used to, so any nail girls on here used to get your nails done.
It's ridiculous.
Like a feel for like $15. I miss them days because I've been a nail girl since I was 16. Like $15, $15, $20. I remember during the pandemic, now Pastor Candy West, she said she came off she stopped wearing nails altogether. She went all the way to the press-on. The press-on game came up majorly during the pandemic. And she said she stopped getting her nails done professionally.
And you know, seeing that you're in that nail situation, that's funny because when I was working at the school, I was working with 6th, 7th, and 8th graders. And this baffled me because the girls would come in and their nails were, I knew they were $115 nails. And I'm just like, in this season of your life, in 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, you shouldn't be worried about putting rhinestones on your fingernails.
No.
You should be worried about trying to get an A in this class. So I was just like, ooh, this world is backwards.
I couldn't wear nail polish. I couldn't get my nails done. I couldn't. My mom was like, no, you can't wear nail polish.
And don't ask for no diamonds.
What?
You used to get a Ling Ling shot when I was a kid, and I used to like the nail smell. It just, something about the nail smell was good to me. You could get 2 designs for $5. Now my mom was just like, I want the crystals and all of that, and they still rub off in the cotton ball.
Yep, it's just grooming has become, and I think too, people's desire to be more well groomed has made it more expensive too, right? Because it was like kind of like people, it was kind of like a league of its own. But no shade to your barber, I do think $65 is a lot, and it's changed too, right? So
no walk-ins no more either.
Yep, no more walk-ins. You have to do through the app. I mean, I respect the process, but too, this is just me. If I come to you to get my hair done, I think that means you should wash my hair. I can wash my hair myself.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me put some on the screen. So my little young nephew Chandler just chimed in, and he says that he pays $85 to $90 to get his hair cut. I'm gonna throw a picture of him on the screen. I had to go do some searching, but this is my young nephew Chandler Evans. Now don't get me wrong, he's looking dope. Now this was when he turned, I think 20, 21, his birthday, something like that. And of course, he wanted to be well groomed. Now I am a type of person, I get my hair cut every week because the way my hair grow, and with all this gray and all this kind of stuff, if I don't get something done every week, I'm gonna look really, really crazy. And so this is my young nephew Chandler. What up, though, Chandler? I see you out there hanging out with us, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for letting me use you as an example. I mean, he clean. But me personally, I just can't afford to do that every week.
I don't. Let's bring some barbers up. I don't think it should be that expensive because the more you cut your hair, the more it grows actually. So if your stylist says you need to cut a little bit off, don't feel offended, right? The more you cut it, the more it grows. That's why it's growing so fast. So it just, to me, it doesn't make sense. And I agree with Miss Cheryl. Like, I'm sorry, this is just no shade. The only place I'm going and they don't wash my hair is the Glam Room. And that's because it is express services. So they don't have the setup to wash and condition and dye and things like that. It is express services. It's set up that way, right? But if I'm coming to the salon, if I'm coming to the shop, I'm not coming if you can't wash my hair. I don't care what you are, how great you do it. I'm not coming.
I know a person that does this kind of stuff. I know a beautician in the Bay Area that charges upwards of $300 per visit.
Jesus.
I know this for a fact. And not to put their business in the street, but even if you don't cancel within a certain amount of time, you still end up paying that particular amount. And I know, well, how you end up getting it? Well, the person has your information. So that's a whole nother story. But anyway, I see people women paying upwards of almost $300 for whether it's wash treatment, wash color treatment, wash style, whatever it might be. It is getting very, very expensive.
Economy. I don't think people can. Yeah, I don't think people can afford it. I mean, eggs one day they're $1.25 depending on where you live, right? And that's 6 eggs. And then the next day they're $12. I mean,
yeah, I'm with you. As a matter of fact, Allegra, who like you is super smart, in an effort for her to make some things happen. My daughter now does her hair, and
come on.
Yeah, my daughter Alea now does Allegra's hair when she does her waves and stuff like that. And let me see if I can find a picture real quick to put on here because
Yeah, how's the
um,
outcome? Y'all like the outcome?
I'll see if you like the outcome. Let me know as I put this up if you think that she should like the outcome and stay in house.
She did
No.
that?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
That's hot.
absolutely. And this is
Which
the
daughter?
daughter.
There
You,
you
you you probably hear her in the background. This is the daughter that also does braids and all that kind of stuff, but she doesn't want to do this for a living. She wants to do something else, but she has skills, as you can see. Oh, shout out to Detour Photography. That's a Detour Photography picture right there. Professional camera
Oh,
services.
okay.
Anyway,
Which
uh,
twin is this?
Alea, the older twin. She's my
Come on,
go-getter.
Mm.
Leia. This is good.
Yeah,
Leia, you should still go to school. There, you can do it on the side.
she don't want to.
Hmm.
She does not want to. So, but yeah. So
Wow.
we're trying to keep everything in house. Hair, makeup. We're trying to photography. We trying to do everything that we can
Multi-streams.
in house
Multi-streams.
because
Multi-stream.
we can't afford to be broke. I can't. I'm too old to be broke. So Seymour Bryce chimes in and says that everything is expensive. I'm with you, bro. My other bro Vincent Johnson chimes in and says it's definitely the economy. The interest rate has really increased the price of just about everything. Now, Vincent, my brother, you are definitely onto something by saying that. And I'll say this as we getting ready to get out of time. I see you, Tracy Wilson. She says that her beautician still washes her hair. That is great. And I'm sure that all of that is included in your pricing, but it's all good. I'm not mad at what people are doing to survive. But Vincent just hit something very interesting because we were thinking about doing some things in house, whether it's purchasing another car or our house or whatever it might be. We've been thinking about doing some different things, but as Vincent just mentioned, its interest rates are so crazy. Now I have talked about my credit my credit journey for the last several years, and even Jacory has better credit than I. And I've talked about he put me in my place a few weeks ago. Anyway, but I've talked about my credit journey for a while, and I was thinking about upgrading my Hot Wheels car, my Dodge Challenger, and getting a upgraded version. Well, I can't
Hmm.
because even with the credit that I have, and my credit has even gotten better since I bought that car.
Don't make
My
sense,
my,
right?
my current interest rate on my Challenger is 2.9.
You ain't gonna
2.9.
find that.
I looked. We was just doing some cost comparison. Even with Jacory's credit, if I got an upgraded car, I'm still looking at 9.9, almost 10 something for interest rate on a car. No, who can afford that nowadays? Making things happen, it's just crazy. So I'll say this as we get ready to close: we got to make smart decisions, and we got to make smart decisions that impact our own household and not the household of other people.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
So I'm doing all that I can to keep as much of my income in-house as I can and to make things happen from, like I said, from photography to hair. The other daughter does eyelashes for her mama and stuff. They can do makeup and stuff like that. And we're doing all that we can to keep things in-house and be selective in who we're giving our money to. Samuel Bryce, Seymour chimes in and says, I'm not going to be too expensive with the watermelons. He's our watermelon guy. Anyway, listen, I'm looking at the clock. It is time for
Yellow
us
meat.
to go. We're not out of conversation, y'all. We're merely only out of time. And listen, we do this every week, every Tuesday, right here on Freedom Radio. We do it at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook as well as YouTube. We look forward to doing this again next week where we'll have more great topics. And if you have a particular topic that you want us to talk about, feel free to inbox me. Or if you have my phone number, you can text me. You can inbox me on Facebook or Instagram. Hit me up if you have a topic that you want us to share on this network, and we would love to be able to talk about it, and we'll give you the credit for it. We won't take that away from you. On behalf of Yolanda Morant in Charlotte, North Carolina, Jacory Prothro in Hercules of California, Ashlyn Tara Cole, who is in the streets from Northern Cali. My name's Demetrius, toll free out in Oakland, California. Till the next time on the same Shop Talk Network at the same Shop Talk time, y'all. You know what we do. You can help us say it out. Holla.